Many exit polls are predicting BJP will easily win 400 plus seats. Hence, some market pundits are saying the market will rally on the upside if BJP forms the government. But at the same time, some analysts think the market already rallied upside, assuming BJP will come into the power. Hence, even if the BJP comes into the power, market will witness some profit booking, and hence we can see only sideways to downside move for some time. Do you think these exit polls predicted the results accurately every single time? No way. Because in 2004, most exit polls predicted BJP would come into the power easily and neglected the UPA parties altogether. But the result is completely different, right? Similarly, in 2009, all these exit polls failed to predict the upsurge of Congress and UPA parties. It is because India is a highly diversified country and taking the samples of a few people will not represent the entire country's opinion, right? Now, by any chance if Congress party comes into the power or if there is an hung parliament, which means none of the parties get the majority, what will happen to the stock market? Will it go upside? Will it go downside? Or it will stay at the same level? Please watch the video till the end to understand all these complete scenarios. Before I start, are you curious about stock market trading but don't know where to start? Don't worry, introducing my free stock market trading online course designed for beginners just like you. Whether you are a college student, working professional or someone looking to grow your savings, this course is perfect material for you. Link is in the description. Sign up now and start your stock market journey in the right direction. Friends, one small caution. I'm not favoring any party here or I'm not degrading any party here. My only intention is to interpret how the market behaves with the possibility of different election results. Imagine you are trying to predict the weather conditions for May month in India. One simple way is to study the past data of what the weather was like in May month in previous years, right? Now let's apply the same idea to the stock market as well. When we study the past price movements during and after the election, we can see certain patterns. For example, we might notice that in the past when a certain party won an election, the stock market went upside or downside. By understanding these patterns from the past elections, we can make educated guesses about how the current election might affect the stock market, right? It is like using history to help predict the future. Friends, before we proceed with the analysis, we need to look at some numbers. Lok Sabha is considered as lower house of India's parliament and currently it has 543 seats. To form a government, a single party or a group of parties needs to secure a majority of a minimum of 50%, which is 272 seats in Lok Sabha. So remember these two numbers. 543 is the total MP seats and 272 is the magic number to form a government. In 2009, most polls predicted none of the alliances, including BJP or Congress, would get the majority. And if you recall, those days, regional parties were very strong and some of the regional parties were BSP, Samajwadi Party, JDS, RJD, NCP, DMK, AIDMK, CPI, etc. Right? Usually, market participants believe one government with a clear majority is good for business. Because of this view of the hung parliament, most businesses have not invested much in the stock market. We can also confirm this view after looking at the Nifty daily chart. This is the Nifty daily chart in 2009. This fall happened in 2008 due to a global recession. Election results were announced on 16th May, Saturday, and 15th May is the last trading day before the announcement of election results. If you observe the price chart for a few months before the election results, it didn't move much, right? This also confirms most businesses thought none of the parties would get the majority. It witnessed a small bounce, but it is expected after such a big fall in the market, right? Now, election results were announced on 16th May, which is a Saturday. UPA alliance led by the Congress won 262 seats, but the magic number is 272, right? But BSP, SP, JDS and some other minor parties gave external support to UPA, and hence the number raised to 322, which is way above the magic number. So it was very clear that UPA would form the government. When the market opened on 18th May Monday, Nifty moved 20% immediately and hit the upper circuit. It clearly shows the election results were a surprise to the market, as many people, business tried to deploy their capital in the stock market on Monday itself. The market also rallied upside after that, right? So the important lesson from this experience is stock market loves any government with a clear majority. Between 2009 to 2014, many things happened in India. Some of the important events are: number one, anti-corruption movement spread across India. It was led by the great Anna Hazare, Baba Ramdev, Arvind Kejriwal, etc. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal formed his own party called Aam Aadmi Party in 2012 and decided to contest the elections. Number two, Andhra Pradesh politics was shaken due to the sudden death of popular Chief Minister Rajshekhar Reddy. His son Jagan Mohan Reddy broke the alliance with Congress and formed his own party YSR Congress. Number three, inflation rates were high and it crossed over 10%, and many opposition parties started protesting about this. Number four, at the same time, Modi wave started in India. He was the popular Chief Minister of Gujarat. Of course, opposition parties made many allegations against him, but he was able to overcome all those issues. Just before the elections, most exit polls predicted UPA led by Congress will not come to the power for sure this time. Besides, most of these exit polls also predicted NDA led by the BJP will easily cross 220 to 250 seats, and there is a high possibility of forming the government. We can also confirm this view after looking at the Nifty daily chart. This is the Nifty daily chart in 2014. Election results were announced on 16th May 2014. If you observe the price chart for a few months before the election results, it rallied from 5950 to 7120 just before the 16th May, which is the election results announcement. What this indicates is market already anticipated the rise of BJP, and hence its gain increased by 20% just before the election results. There is not much of a surprise in the election results. BJP alone won 282 seats, which is more than the magic number, and the NDA group has won 336 seats. Hence, the market rally continued, as a government with a single party majority is good for stock markets. Many important events happened in India between 2014 to 2019. So one such event which caught the eyes of the entire world is demonetization. Government of India announced the demonetization of 500 and 1000 rupees banknotes. Due to this extreme step, heavy cash shortage happened, creating a significant disruption throughout the economy. People had to stand in a long queues to exchange their banknotes. Government of India defended this move, stating this step is needed to get rid of the black money. However, as per RBI report in 2018, 15.3 lakh crore rupees out of 15.41 lakh crore rupees were deposited back to the banks. It means 99.3% of the money came back to the banks, and only 0.7% of the money didn't came to the system. Hence, many leading analysts say this drastic step failed to remove the black money from the system, and it caused many inconvenience to the people. The second important event is surgical strike. In Uri on 18 September 2016, 19 Indian soldiers were killed by POK militants. In response to this, Indian Army launched a surgical strike on terrorist camp in POK on 28 September 2016 and killed many militants. The famous movie Uri the Surgical Strike, released in 2019, just 2-3 months before the election. This movie became a super duper hit and triggered Desh Bhakti with all the people. So apart from these two main events, inflation stayed around 4% as per the government reports, which is good for all the people. Besides, GDP also witnessed a growth in this period. For the first time since 1990, India grew faster than China in 2015. Because of all these events, most election polls and exit polls predicted that BJP will come into the power once again without any struggle. But we will also have a look at Nifty daily chart to see how it looked. This is the daily chart of Nifty. On this day, election results were announced. Since November 2018, Nifty gained momentum and moved from 10,100 to 11,800. So it indicates stock market also got a clue that there is a high possibility of BJP gaining the power once again. But after the election results, Nifty fell from 12,000 to 10,700, mostly because of the profit booking by big players. But after that, it started to rally on the upside once again. So the important lesson from this experience is, if there is a strong clue about one party getting an absolute majority, big players deploy their capital early in the market, and hence there is a possibility of profit booking even after the event. It is like buy the rumor, sell the news. Many things happened between 2019 to 2024. First, in August 2019, the Government of India took the historic decision to revoke the Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. This article had granted special autonomous status to the state of Jammu and Kashmir. This revocation led to significant changes in the governance structure of Jammu and Kashmir. This move aimed to integrate the region more closely with the rest of India and to facilitate the development initiative. Next is COVID-19. The COVID-19 pandemic placed an immense pressure on India's healthcare system, particularly during the peak waves. Hospitals faced shortage of medical supplies, ICU beds and oxygen cylinders, leading to challenges in providing adequate medical care to the patients. India experienced a significant economic disruption due to the pandemic. Lockdowns and restrictions imposed to curb the virus's spread led to the closure of businesses, loss of jobs, and disruptions in supply chains affecting various sectors of economy. India launched one of the world's largest COVID-19 vaccination drives in early 2021. The government aimed to vaccinate a significant portion of its population to achieve immunity and to control the spread of the virus. Number 3, farmers' protest. The farmers' protest in India between 2021 to 2022 was a significant movement primarily against 3 agriculture reform laws passed by the government. Farmers, particularly from Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh, began protesting against the reform laws. The protest continued for over a year, becoming one of the largest and longest running farmers' movements in Indian history. Finally, in November 21, amidst mounting pressure and ahead of state elections, the Indian government announced the repeal of the 3 farm laws, making a significant victory for the protesting farmers. Next one is Ayodhya Ram Mandir Temple. The Ayodhya Ram Temple issue revolved around a disputed religious site in Ayodhya, Uttar Pradesh, claimed by both Hindus and Muslims. The dispute centered on a Babri Masjid, a mosque built in the 16th century, which Hindu believes was constructed on the birthplace of Lord Ram. Finally, in November 2019, the Supreme Court of India delivered a landmark verdict ruling in favor of the construction of Hindu temple at the disputed site. The court also directed the government to allocate an alternative piece of land for the construction of a mosque. The verdict was based on archaeological evidence, historical accounts and legal principle, and it was hailed as a significant moment in India's history. Last one is Kejriwal arrest. The ED has issued 9 summonses to the Kejriwal since October before arresting Arvind Kejriwal finally. This case is based on the alleged corruption carried out by the AAP government during the implementation of the Delhi liquor policy in 2021-22. Interestingly, AAP government also scrapped this policy later. According to ED, Kejriwal and Sisodia and K. Kavita conspired to get flavors in the Delhi excise policy execution. But according to Aam Aadmi Party, this move is to control the growth of Aam Aadmi Party in the upcoming elections. Many cases are pending in the court. Let's see what happens in the future. Now we will look at Nifty daily chart and analyze what the stock market is thinking about the elections and how the election result can impact the stock market. So this is Nifty daily chart and I'm recording this video on 4th of April, and election starts only from 19th April and it runs in 7 different phases. So counting will be on June 4th. So it means we still have 2 months of time. And as of now, from here to here, from November to here, it is a very clear trend, right? Market gone up like anything. See, this trend is very, very clear. And if you look at the intervals, here there is a big gap. So this indicates big bulls are sitting here. Here once again, here the big gap. So this indicates big bulls actually. So as of now, market is thinking BJP will come into the power because that's why many people are investing here. So as of now it looks bullish. So there is a high possibility of BJP coming into the power. However, the result will come only on June 4th and today is April 4th. So it is interesting to see where the market will go from here for the next 2 months, because still we have 2 months of time, right? So that is also very, very important. And it is most interesting to see where the market will go from here. So there is 2 possibilities. So what I can say is it can go further upside actually. Before June 4th it can go further upside if it stays at all-time high, and if BJP comes into the power. Then what happens is, if you recall 2019 elections, so there might be some possibility of a profit booking and little consolidation, and then it can continue its rally on the upside. So this is one possibility. I will repeat once again. If the Nifty stays on the upside, from here to here, somewhere here, all-time high, before June 4th, if BJP comes into the power, it can witness little profit booking, so it can show some correction and then it can continue its upward rally. So this is one possibility actually. And the second possibility is, let's say from here before June 4th for the next 2 months, Nifty witnesses some correction. Let's say it stays at this level, because this is a very strong support zone, right? This is a very strong support zone. I'm quite confident that Nifty will not break below this level. So if Nifty stays between these 2 levels, if BJP comes into the power, then what happens is it will shoot up immediately. Okay, if you recall 2009, how the Nifty went up when the Congress government came into the power, so it will shoot up because a party with a clear majority is always bullish to the market. So that's why it will shoot up. But if Nifty stays here and in case of no majority for BJP, then it can go sideways or it can show some little correction. So these are the possibilities I can think of. But please note friends, this is just my personal observation because I'm observing Nifty from past few years, and when we look at the election results in 2009, 2014 and 2019, these kind of characteristics have displayed by Nifty. So based on those calculations, I came to this analysis. So always think properly. Discuss with your fund managers or investment advisors before investing in the stock market. I hope this analysis is helpful, friends. Thank you very much.